Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. This is your host Ram here on the cricket show, Cricket Happenings. And what a day! Just talking about the IPL as it stands, we all know that Gujarat Titans already clinched a place in the IPL playoffs. And today we had two teams clinching the second and third spot in the playoffs, one being CSK, which had an easy victory over Delhi Capitals. But the second game was the one which was an absolute cliffhanger. And once again, that man, Rinku Singh, almost made it for the KKR as one of the, he was playing Yash Thakur in the final over. 21 runs were required of six balls, and everybody were keeping their fingers crossed as what would happen as Rinku Singh, as you know, is already someone who has already created a majestic record in the IPL history by hitting five consecutive sixes of Yash Dayal. This time it was Yash Thakur at the firing line, and he almost did it for his team by not able to get 21 runs, but he got 19 runs of the over, and that enabled LSG to get a one-run win over the KKR finally. But what an innings from Rinku Singh. And Rinku Singh, as I said, he hit the last three balls for six, four, and a six. So if the penultimate ball had gone for a six, then it would be one more Rinku Singh would have created another history in IPL, this time with three sixes. So anyway, he has done something much bigger than that before. So that would be something he would be really happy about. But it would have been really loud to go there. And so that enabled LSG to get into the playoffs. So I'm going to talk about both these games. But as I said, now it's really a sort of a real wonderful the way it's placed in the Indian Premier League 2023 is pretty interesting. As I said, three teams who have already clinched the playoffs position, one being the Chennai Superkings. Gujarat Titans already perched there already. Today's Chennai Superkings and LSG joining them. But now look at it over here. Tomorrow there is a game coming up between Mumbai Indians and Sunrisers Hyderabad, and this particular game, if Mumbai Indians win it, uh, they and then they still have to depend on the next match, which happens between RCB and the Rajasthan Royals. So there are three teams still in the fray to get into the playoffs. Now, which team is going to be very interesting. So tomorrow's clash, the two clashes that are going to happen, is going to decide the outcome of the final team, which is going to make to the playoffs. So that's going to be pretty interesting at that. Well, and so definitely we are having some real crunchers coming tomorrow in Sunday's game, and definitely it's going to be a very interesting proposition. So let's get on from here and let's talk about the game here. So first, I will take you down to the game between the one exciting game, which is Lucknow Super Giants versus Kolkata Knight Riders. The verdict being the last run victory of the final ball for the LSG against the Kolkata Knight Riders. Now, looking at the Lucknow Super Giants, they made 176 for 8 batting first. If you look at the card there, um, uh, if you look at the card there, we have Karan Sharma out for 3. Quinton de Kock definitely did not get his bearings today. He was gone for 28 of 27 with 2 boundaries. Then Prerak Mankad looked shaky initially, could not force the pace at all, but then he came up with the goods. But let's talk about one of the bowlers by the name Vaibhav Arora. To get a batsman of the caliber of Marcus Stoinis by really softening him up with the delivery, which was not the first delivery that he bowled, that is in that particular over, was a really fiery over. I mean, if you look at his bowling figures, he has 4 overs, no made, and 2 for 30. But the first ball the ball that he bowled to Marcus Stoinis absolutely stood up on Marcus Stoinis, hit him on the rib cage, and he was totally flummoxed by that. But look at the second delivery, getting more pace and more bounce, and getting onto the armpit of Marcus Stoinis. And Marcus Stoinis, all that he could do was like as we call it, the rabbit in the headlights. His bat was dangling, and he didn't know where the ball had gone, but the ball had actually bobbed off the handle of the bat because it was on his armpits, and it went and settled snugly into Venkatesh Iyer's hands. And that was the end of Marcus Stoinis for naught. But look at the way Marcus Stoinis had come in, and that was the welcome that Vaibhav Arora gave to Marcus Stoinis after dismissing Prerak Mankar in the in the same over, I reckon. Let me have a look here. Yes, it was the same over. He took his wicket in the third delivery, and Marcus Stoinis was welcomed with an absolutely, as I said, a lifter at the rib cage, and the second one was even higher than that, hitting him on the armpit. So he really gave a sort of a real welcome to Marcus Stoinis, softened him up, and in the next delivery claimed it. And to claim a wicket and to get such a steep bounce was something which was really impressed with Vaibhav Arora, that he could really hit the deck. And that's pretty interesting to see. So Marcus Stoinis out for naught. Kunal Pandya made only 9. And then again, it was left to Nicholas Puran, a very sort of a very cool and very calm personality, just staying there and delivering and, no, this with his stand and deliver strokes, which had awesome power as well, as he picketed the boundaries with a knock of 58 of 30 deliveries, which included 5 sixes and 4 boundaries. At the other end, Hayush Badoni was the one who was giving him company with his trademark 25-21 deliveries, 2 fours and 1 6. Gautam was out for 11, Bisnoy for 2. So definitely they were in all sorts of bother. If you look at the scorecard from the Lucknow Super Giants, at one point they were 73 for 5 in the 11th over. And to get them to 176 was a good effort on the part of Puran and Badoni, and that's the precise reason Lucknow Super Giants should be very thankful to that pair who took them to that producer, especially Nicholas Puran, who rightly was adjudged the man of the match, and that was the 176 for it on the board of 20 overs for the LSG in a really must-win game, and a very crucial game at that. And they did it in the end, thanks to Providence. Harshit Rana, if you look at the bowling, 1 for 21. But Vaibhav, I was really impressed with the way he bowled to Stoinis, and generally also he bowled good lengths, 4 overs, 2 for 30. Varun Chakravarti, the spinners, 4 overs, 1 for 38 for Varun Chakravarti. Sunil Narine doing a good job, 4 overs, 2 for 28. Shardul Thakur, 2 for 27. Nitish Rana, 1 over for 3. Suyash Sharma, 1 over for 12. And Andres, 1 over for 12. Now, Kolkata Knight Riders in their chase, chasing 177 runs for victory at the Eden Gardens in Kolkata, in their home turf, had a good start. Jason Roy and Venkatesh Iyer giving them a start which was expected, considering the fact that they needed to get runs at a clip of 8.80, but they were in the power play overs. They were doing much better than that. They were going at probably 12 runs per over, and the contributions from Jason Roy with a hard hit 45 of 28 deliveries, 7 fours, 1 6. Venkatesh Iyer contributing 24 of 15, 3 fours and 1 6. And then Nitish Rana was claimed quickly for 8. And Ramanala Gurbaz, who normally would open the innings, but after Jason Roy came, and Venkatesh Iyer, they decided to push in Venkatesh Iyer to open the innings today. Gurbaz was out for 10 to the morning Yash Thakur. And then now started when 108 for 4 with Ramanala Gurbaz gone in the 14th over. It was not definitely easy for the Kolkata Knight Riders. They had to really work hard for it, because there was still a long way to go. Probably it was 60 odd runs. Not 60, it was much, almost we could say that 65 odd runs were still required 65, 68 runs were still required for them to clinch it. But well, they definitely had hope. They had Rinku Singh at the crease, who was doing very well. Then they had Andre Russell and everything. And definitely when Andre Russell is there, the game is not over. But definitely now, it has one thing has changed, that also with Russell, I would say till such time Rinku Singh is there, the game is not over. And Andre Russell, and then Andre Russell's wicket was claimed by Ravi Bishnoi for seven after he hit a six. Ravi Bishnoi had his off stump uprooted, as Andre Russell, as we know him, winded up to have a big heave at a ball uh, you know from Bishnoi, and he was trying to hit across, but it was all over. He had his off stump shattered. So now there was pressure. Shardul Thakur, the all-rounders coming, but then it created more pressure as after Andre Russell's score was 120 for five, and then the score only moved like to 134, but Shardul Thakur left for just 3 runs. He was a victim of Yash Thakur. And then Sunil Narine also got run out for one. And now the score read 136 for seven in the 18th over. And there were just two more overs to go at 136. So it was 40 runs, 41 runs to be precise, to go and win the match. And they had Rinku Singh, was well settled at the crease, so that he was always a danger man for them. And they had Vaibhav Arora. But Rinku Singh took it upon himself after that. After that, no, sorry, my apologies. Sunil Narine fell when the score was 136 in the 18th over. Exactly the final ball, he fell. So 136. Now you require another 40 runs to go, 41 runs to be precise, and not 3 overs, but in 2 overs. So it's an average of 20 runs per over. And Rinku Singh was there, so hope was still there. And Rinku Singh definitely showed why everybody were really hoping on him. He did. He really started. He got into that ballistic mode as he started slamming sixes and fours. That was very good to see. Went after Navinul Haq in that particular penultimate over by clubbing him for a sixth. I think two or three fours, probably 18, 19 runs taken. So that really helped. And in the final over, 21 required of six balls, it was Yash Thakur was probably, I mean, Yash Thakur was definitely doing a good job. He was bowling the wide Yorkers. He was not allowing anything to be bowled in the arc where Rinku Singh can really smash the ball. But then finally, with the last three balls, Rinku Singh, as we know, he has become a death over specialist, according to me. And this is the second time, as I said, he almost took KKR to victory when he deposited one or two balls into one over the fence. There were three balls left, and the equation at that stage was another 18 runs to get. So three sixes will take them. So he hit the fourth ball for a six. The fifth ball could not go for a six, went for a four, and then finally hit one more ball for a six. But again, as you know, they were just one short of that particular total of LSG, and the game was all over. Even the opposition players, were going and congratulating Rinku Singh for his display, and why not? He's really making a strong statement in this Indian Premier League, and he could be one really good death over specialist for India, according to me. The experts are already talking there. We are already talking about Yashasvi Jaiswal to be got in the Indian team. Maybe Rinku Singh is another one in this IPL who has caught the eye of the selectors. And definitely, why not? And what a knock from Rinku Singh, even though they lost it. He was not out on 67 of 33 deliveries, which included six fours and four sixes. And looking at the bowling, Mohsin Khan was costly, 1 over 15. In fact, Nitish Rana did not give the ball to Mohsin Khan. He decided to give the ball to Yash Thakur, and this was the outcome. Navin Lakfur was not 46. Krunal Pandya 1 for 30. Otham 226 and 223. Ravi Bishnoi was the best. Now from this particular game, which was the most exciting one, We go to a match which was, I wouldn't say very unsided, but almost one-sided, because Chennai Super Kings were the ones who batted first, and for them also it's a must-win game to get into the playoffs. So LSG, as I said, they entered the playoffs, and as far as Chennai Super Kings were concerned, uh, well, the opening pair, which has been extremely successful in this particular IPL 2023, Ruturaj Gaikwad and Devon Conway, once again putting on a big stand of 141 runs for the first wicket. Ruturaj Gaikwad's contribution 79. What a player Ruturaj Gaikwad is turning out to be. I mean, you give him any situation, he can do it. I mean, he's such a wonderful player in the classical mold. You don't need to go slam bang, but look at Ruturaj Gaikwad, how he hits it. It is not only the boundaries that he hits in a classical manner, even his sixes are hit in a classical manner. And he's a very difficult batsman to bowl at, let me tell you that, because even good balls are either sent to the fence or over the fence. And that is the speciality of Ruturaj Gaikwad, another one whom selectors would be keeping an eye on after this IPL. Ruturaj Gaikwad, what a beautiful innings, 79 of 50 deliveries, which included seven sixes and three fours. That's some awesome talent there. And Devon Conway, 87, continuing his extreme consistent form here in this year's IPL compared to previous year. 87 of 52, 11 fours and three sixes. And Dubey, the sixer specialist who came here, clubbed three sixes in a knock of 22 of 9 balls. And Dhoni not a far. Ravindra Jadeja doing his pyrotechnics, unbeaten 20 of just 7 deliveries, included 3 fours and 1 6. And the Chennai Super Kings went on to a tall total of 223 for 3, which was always a good total. And in this pitch, let me tell you that the ball was stopping a bit, so strokes were not easy to play. But then, Ruturaj Gaikwad and Devon Conway showed the way beautifully. Khalil Ahmed, 1 for 45. He had an off day, I reckon. Lalit Yadav, 2 overs, Scotchley, none for 32. Akshat Patel, 3 overs, went for 32. Nokia, 1 for 53. Sakaria, 1 for 36 with 1. And Kuldeep Yadav got rammed for 3 sixes in 3 consecutive deliveries from Kuldeep Yadav, with Kuldeep Yadav's figures, 3 overs, none for 34. Delhi Capitals in that chase, in an inconsequential match for them for sure, but definitely for records, yes. And Delhi Capitals, it was a one-man army show, and you can't challenge a 223 total with a one-man army like David Warner, who played beautifully, I thought, with a knock of 86 or 58 deliveries, included 7 fours and 5 sixes. But the good thing about David Warner was the way he handled the bowler, Ravindra Jadeja, who tried to fox him a few times, but he in fact outfoxed him by making a switch hit for a six as well. So that was pretty good to see. But David Warner staging a one-man show. Other than that, there's nothing that I can talk about. Shaw was on for 5, Salt for 3, Rozu for duck, Yazdul for 13, Patel 15, and then Hakim 7, Yadav 6, Nokia duck. Kuldeep Yadav and Sakari also ducks. And they were not out basically. So 146 for 9 was the final tally. Chahar bowled well, 3 for 2. In fact, every Chennai Super Kings bowler stuck to their task and did a good job, barring Ravindra Jadeja, who was a bit costly, 1 for 50. But look at the bowling there. Deepak Chahar, 3 for 22, did his job perfectly. Tushar Deshpande, Dhoni has already spoken very highly of him. And he has been the leading wicket taker as well in this IPL. He's been doing a marvelous job, 4 overs on for 26. Mahesh Deekshana has always been doing a good job, 4 overs on, made 23 runs from 2 wickets. Ravindra Jadeja, as I said, costly. But Matisha Patirana, the death over specialist, 4 overs, no maiden, 2 for 22. And that was Chennai Super Kings with a win by 77 runs over the Delhi Capitals, walking into the playoffs. Uh, uh, now, now this is so one thing I would like to say here. Now, tomorrow, as I said, Mumbai Indians are taking on Sunrisers Hyderabad. We know that for Mumbai Indians, it is a must-win game. They would fancy their chances. They're playing at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai, and in Wankhede Stadium has been the stadium that in this IPL season has seen the maximum number of sixes being hit. So definitely, Mumbai Indians will be fancying their chances tomorrow. But Sunrisers Hyderabad can't take it lightly, even though they are out of the race totally. But let's understand one thing. One thing I would like to mention here, I would love to see Umran Malik, the pace bowler, coming back into Sunrisers, because Sunrisers Hyderabad right now, they don't have anything to lose. They have to get Umran Malik. Only with more exposure, Umran Malik can become a better bowler. We know that he has been costly. He has not been able to stem the flow of runs. But let us understand one thing, that Umran Malik is someone who is the fastest bowler in India today. And if you're not going to nurture him, I'm afraid I'm not really. I mean, I'm not a critic, but I'm just my opinion on this cricket show. I think he should be someone who should be given an opportunity. I also noticed one more thing in the previous game. He was not given an opportunity. Again, that is an inconsequential game for the SRH. So I was just wondering, but I'm really wanting to see Umran Malik, whatever be the case, because SRH has nothing to lose. They just are going to, at the most, they're going to lose the game. So I think with Umran Malik being the fastest bowler in India today, I sincerely feel that Umran Malik should always be in the team, especially now since it is inconsequent. The reason I'm saying that is because I noticed that in the previous match and I was really surprised. So I think that should not happen. Umran Malik should be in the team. Well, dear fans and subscribers, with this I conclude. So tomorrow's game is something going to be very very interesting. And as I said, there are three teams in the fray for to clinch the final spot in the playoffs. Who is going to clinch it? That is going to be a big question mark. As Mumbai Indians, is it going to be RCB? Is it going to be Rajasthan Royals? We'll find out tomorrow. Until that happens, it's your host Ram signing off.